Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. We have a 20-minute slow flow practice. This is a beginner-friendly class, so if you are new to the practice of yoga, this is your invitation to settle in and get curious in your body. We'll start together in a child's pose. So you'll take your knees out towards the outer edges of your mat, bring your big toes to meet near the back of your mat. And then walk your hands towards the top of your space and allow your forehead to settle to the earth. Take a few rounds of breath as you settle into this shape. If this is a pose that doesn't feel great on your hips or your low back, you're welcome to take a slightly different variation, melting heart. Stack your hips over your knees. We'll take that same extension through the upper body, forehead towards the mat. That will hopefully take a bit of stress away from the hips as you once again take a few rounds of breath to sink in. I invite you in these first few moments of the practice to just acknowledge how you feel today. Check in with the energy you've arrived with. Acknowledge what it is you need from this practice. And see if you can move into this time on your mat with an open heart and open mind as we create some space in the body. Use your next inhale breath to press into your palms. Rise up onto all fours in a tabletop position. Knees slide in below your hips. Spread your fingertips wide. We'll take 3 cow cat movement for the spine. Inhale, let your belly fall. Lift your hips. Peel your shoulders back as you guide chest and gaze through. Exhale, round navel to spine, chin to chest. Big stretch for your back body. 2 more. Inhale, belly will fall. Lift your hips, shoulders back. Exhale, round. Navel to spine, chin to chest. Feel your shoulder blades separate. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, meet back through center, neutral tabletop position. Extend your right leg long behind you as you stabilize through your core. Spread your right fingertips and reach your left fingertips towards the top of your space, top of your mat. As your fingertips reach forward, charge through your right heel. With your inhale, create length. As you exhale, round elbow in towards knee. Gentle crunch at the midline of the body. Inhale, breath, extend, open. Exhale, round in, crunch. Let's take 1 more together. Inhale. And exhale, crunch. Lower your right knee, left hand back to the mat. Let's try the other side. So kick your left heel back behind you. Fire up through your core as you tuck your navel in towards your spine. Reach your right fingertips forward. And imagine creating 1 straight line of energy from your fingertips towards your left heel. Inhale, breath to lengthen. Exhale, round elbow to knee crunch. 2 more. Inhale, breath, reach. Exhale, draw in, crunch. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, fire up your core. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Right hand to the mat, left knee to the mat. This is Hank. Excuse me, Hank. On your next breath, downward facing dog. So you'll tuck your toes under, lift your hips. And you're creating a upside down V, inverted V shape with the body. If this is one of your first times coming into this shape, it might feel quite intense. And there's lots of ways to create a bit of ease in the shape. You can walk your feet and your hands slightly closer together. And you might keep a deep bend in your knees to relieve any strain in the back of the legs. See if you can let your head hang heavy. And the goal is to energetically lift hips up towards the ceiling as you anchor your heels towards the mat. It's okay if they don't meet the mat, but we want to create that activation in the back of the legs. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. 1 more breath. Then slowly lift up onto your tippy toes, look to the top of your mat, and walk your feet all the way forward to a forward fold. Hey, bend your knees as much as you need to create some ease in the back of the body. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Crown of your head extends forward, core is on. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, breath, press away from your feet, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, soften your arms to your side bodies. This is mountain pose at the top of your mat. From here, give your shoulders a couple of big circular rolls up towards your ears, down your back. 2 more, inhale, big circle up. Exhale, down. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. Okay, inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, slow fold, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Tent your fingertips with your right foot flat on the mat. Step your left foot towards the back of your mat. Here's a lunge. You lower your left knee, top of your foot. Option 1, keep your hands on the mat. Option 2, slowly bring your hands to your right thigh. Okay. Option 3, you're welcome to reach your arms overhead. You lift up through your chest, soften your shoulders from your ears, and we give the lower body an opportunity to settle in. 1 more big inhale breath. Well, with your exhale, bring your hands down to the mat, tuck your left toes under, and lift your back knee off the mat. Anchor through your left palm and reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. There's a twist here. So energetically, draw your left hip forward, right hip back as you roll your right shoulder more open. Lift your chest and gaze up towards the ceiling. 1 more inhale breath. On your exhale, bring your right palm down to the mat. Send your right foot back to meet your left and lower your knees down to the mat. Child's pose. So that same shape we started practice with, whether you're in child's pose or melting heart. Use this as an opportunity to connect back to your breath, settle back into your body. Stay for 1 more big inhale breath. And downward facing dog. Anchor through your palms, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Take a few rounds of breath to either settle into down dog or explore some movement. Slowly over time, this shape will begin to feel a bit more natural, a bit more supportive for the body. And then lift your right leg up and back behind you. Extend your right leg long. You can bend your right knee and stack your hip. And then lift up as high as you can onto your left toes. Look forward. Right foot will step forward back into your lunge. Okay, so again, we have the right foot forward. It'll be a little bit different this time, crescent lunge. Okay, so you'll anchor down through your right foot, reach your arms overhead to stack your shoulders over your hips. Similar to what we did on that first round of movement with the back knee on the mat, you're always welcome to come back into that shape. Okay. This one just calls upon a bit more strength in the lower body. So we fire up the back quad, glute, core is on, lift up, stay for an inhale breath. On your exhale, bring your hands to meet at heart center. Give your shoulders a roll to release any tension building up. Then find a little bit of buoyancy. And you'll shift to balance on your right foot at the top of your mat. Okay. Can you squeeze your left knee in towards your chest, roll your shoulders down from your ears? Tree pose. Okay, so I'll just turn to face you here. You're standing strong on your right leg. Slowly open up your left knee to land your left foot at your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. Okay, when you're ready, you can bring your hands to meet at heart center. And with this balancing shape, something really helpful for me is to find one point that's not moving. So that fixed point to settle the gaze. And there's that invitation when the mind or the gaze settles to stillness that the body and the mind can follow. So we eventually move towards this place of balance, of stillness. If you feel really stable where you are, you're welcome to extend your arms up towards the ceiling. You might interlace your hands behind you. Okay, wherever you are, that drawing in and up through the midline of the body, really tall through the spine, soft in the shoulders. Steady with the gaze. Take 2 more rounds of breath. If you took your arms up overhead, let's slowly bring the hands back to heart center. Slowly use the strength of your hips, your core to draw your left knee back through center and lower your left knee down to the mat. Take your feet out hip distance apart, arms to your side body. You can shake that out, gently let that go. Inhale, sweep your arms up and over. Exhale, slow hinge, forward fold. We'll work through that same sequence on the other side. Inhale, halfway lift. With your exhale, fold, tent your fingertips, keep your left foot flat to the mat, and as many steps as you need to, step your right foot towards the back of your mat to your lunge. Lower your right knee, top of your foot. You can keep your hands where they are, or option 2, bring both hands to your left quad. Option 3, arms overhead. Wherever you are in this shape, can you remain really stable, active in the lower body? Okay, so think about drawing your left heel back, right knee forward, that gentle lift. Core is on, chest will lift, gaze maybe extends up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, lower your fingertips down to the mat, tuck your right toes. And then let's take the right hand flat to the mat, twist open towards the left. So you're welcome to take this twist with your back knee on the mat as an option. Yeah, otherwise, we call upon a little bit more strength in the lower body, the quads, the glutes. Extend up through your left fingertips. And with the gaze, option to keep it down towards the mat if any other position does start to build tension in the upper body. See if you can invite a bit more ease into the shape, as we know the lower body is working for us here. Okay, take 2 more rounds of breath. Last inhale. With your exhale, lower your left hand back down to the mat. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Okay. And lower down to your child's pose. Knees out wide, hips move towards heels, forehead lands on the mat. Whether you're in child's pose or melting heart, can you reconnect to your breath? Can you acknowledge what it feels like to be in your body now? Notice if anything has shifted, if what you needed at the start of class is still calling to you, or maybe a new intention starts to manifest itself here. Downward facing dog when you're ready. Spread your fingertips, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Left leg will lift up and back behind you, this time from down dog. Okay. Acknowledge the sensation first. Come high on your right toes, look forward. Left foot lands at the top of your mat. Remember, you have the option to keep your back knee on the mat, or we'll rise up to, this is crescent lunge. Anchor through your left foot. Stack your shoulders up over your hips. Core is on. Okay. See if you can settle into a really strong foundation. So your lower body is working. Feel your quads, feel your glutes. Lift up a little bit taller through your spine. And then find a bit of buoyancy. When you're ready, shift all your weight into your left foot. Here's your balance at the top of your mat. Right knee will draw in towards your chest, soften your gaze. Once again, I'll turn to face you here. Find that one point to fix your gaze, settle your focus, your concentration. Tree pose, right knee will open up, and the sole of your foot can land at the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. Steady your hands at heart center. Acknowledge what it feels like to kind of bring both sides of your body together here through the palms. And as you anchor down through your left foot, can you create that sense of length all the way up through the midline of the body? Option to explore different variations with the arms, hands behind back, arms overhead, a T or a cactus shape. If this pose is really wobbly for you today, I encourage you to fall out and take your time to slowly explore again. Take a few more rounds of breath wherever you are. If you took your arms overhead, slowly bring your palms back to heart center. Right knee will slide forward, and right foot will meet the mat. Unwind your body here, arms settle to your side body, pedal your knees right, left, gentle shake. You may even close down your eyes and breathe into the balance, settle into your body, and reconnect to your breath. From the top of your mat, inhale, reach your arms up and over. As you exhale, slowly fold forward. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back, and land in one last child's pose or melting heart. Slowly press into your palms. We'll transition now out of our standing portion of class and move into a few seated poses. We'll start with the legs extended out in front. You anchor through your sit bones, lengthen up through your spine, and then bend your right knee in towards your chest. Step your right foot over your left leg. And then slowly, arms reach up overhead. We'll move into a twist over the right side. So the left elbow will hook your outer right thigh. Right fingertips will meet the mat behind you. And allow for a lot of movement here in the lower body. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, slow twist. 2 more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Slowly unwind. If it feels okay in your body, you can take a soft bend over the left side for a gentle counter. Okay. And then slowly come back up through center. Take your right knee, slide it out to the right slightly, but keep your right ankle crossed over your left thigh. Bend your left knee and plant your left foot onto the mat. Your hands can either settle flat to the mat or stay up on your fingertips. And we'll enjoy a gentle stretch for the hips and glutes. Okay, so you can lift up here through your chest, soften your shoulders from your ears. And depending on how much space you have available, you may start to walk your left foot in a little bit closer. You may take your hands and wrap them around the left shin. You try to prevent this rounding in the back body. Maintain a really tall spine. So if that means using the hands at your back to support, I'd encourage you to stay there. And energetically, can you guide your right knee away from the body? Create some sensation through the outer right line of your leg. Couple rounds of breath. Inhale. Soften as you exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Shift your weight back to uncross your right ankle. You can take both feet wide and windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Flush out that work before we set up on the other side. Legs extend long out in front. This time, bend your left knee and step your left foot to the outer right side. Okay. And with the twist, reach your arms overhead to create length first. Exhale, left hand meets the mat just in behind the body. Right elbow will hook the outer left thigh. Inhale, tall spine lengthen. Exhale, twist. Gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, breath lengthen. And exhale, twist. One more inhale. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Again, to unwind, you can move all the way to the right side, take a slight fold. Okay. And then when you're ready, come back through center. Take your hands in behind you. Slide your left knee out slightly so that your left ankle will cross over your right thigh. You're above the knee. Bend your right knee so that your right foot can meet the mat. And try to find a comfortable position for your hands, whether it's on the fingertips, the palms are flat. Hey, if the wrists feel fairly weak in the shape, you can make a soft fist. Okay, but walk your right knee in or your right foot in as close as you can to create sensation on the left side. Actively guide your left knee away from the body. Try to keep that really tall spine, chest will lift, shoulders back. If at any point the sensation becomes too intense, you can walk your right foot out again. A couple more rounds of breath. When you are ready to release, shift your weight back, uncross your ankle. Both feet flat to the mat, windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Then we'll come all the way down onto our mat, onto our back. Yeah. And draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug, big squeeze in. And as you rest here in this moment, acknowledge anything else the body may need before your final pose, corpse pose, Shavasana. If there's anything that's feeling out of balance, anything that is calling for a bit more movement or a deeper stretch, you're welcome to take that now. Otherwise, we'll meet together with legs extended down the length of the mat. Arms can fall beside the body. An invitation in today's rest to flip the palms down towards the mat to create a really deep sense of grounding and of connection. Connection to the time that you spent on your mat today, connection to the feeling of support from the earth below. See if you can sink into this moment, knowing you are exactly where you need to be and you deserve every moment of this time and rest. And whether you are new to this type of practice or this time on your mat is fairly familiar, can you open up this moment to feel brand new? Acknowledge the new sensations, the new energy, new space, and new breath. And allow yourself to sink into that feeling of brand new, fresh start, a reset. And again, whether it's your first time to the practice or you've been here before, can this feeling be the invitation to start anew, whether it's committing to this practice on a daily basis, whether it's making a positive change in your habits, your routine. Let this moment of stillness, peace, ease be that fresh start. I'll leave you guys resting for as long as you can, as long as you need to today. You're welcome to bring your palms to meet at heart center, wherever you are. Take a moment to silently thank yourself for showing up to practice today. Send out a silent thank you to others who may be following along to this sequence or practicing with you in your space today. And thank you so much for showing up to practice with me. Such a pleasure to guide you from my heart to yours. Namaste.